Fire and logging are both important tools for the management of vegetation throughout Australia. However, both of these processes drastically alter the structural integrity of vital habitat required for the survival of many species. Intensive fire regimes in particular often lead to a reduction in ground cover, while logging reduces the essential refuge and foraging habitat required by many species, such as the yellow-footed Antechinus. This species is a small dasyurid found in a number of habitats, from bracken to lantana, and whom particularly favour dry sclerophyll forests. Previous literature surrounding the species has investigated the Antechinus response to fire, however not in conjunction with logging. Therefore, the primary aim of this investigation was to determine if fire regimes in combination with logging practices had any effect on the relative abundance of Antechinus. A total of 6 properties were sampled throughout the investigation, all within Helidon Hills in southeast Queensland. 3 of the properties, Haggadorn, Burkett and Valmar, had no logging history, while the 3 Ergon properties were frequently logged. Each site also had varying levels of fire management and were dominated by dry sclerophyll woodland. 80 elliot traps were deployed at each site, with 8 lines of 10 traps, and each elliot line was replaced in homogeneous vegetation. The traps were checked for specimens at dawn, and if they contained animals, they were quickly processed before releasing them back into the environment. Otherwise, they were shut and then reopened in the afternoon. This process was replicated for 6 nights across the 2-week sampling period. Overall, the results indicated that the species of Antechinus seemed to show a preference for more frequently burnt and logged habitat. This could be seen with all ergon sites having a reasonable capture rate of Antechinus compared to the other sites. This is consistent with previously published literature that suggested that the yellow-footed Antechinus often utilises areas with frequently logged and regular fire management to separate itself from more densely vegetated niches that are more commonly occupied by a similar species such as brown Antechinus. Having said that, the highest number of yellow-footed Antechinus captured throughout the investigation was at the Valmar site. This could be due to a number of reasons. Valmar was regularly burned, but it's not logged, therefore it could consist of a lower percentage of ground cover with a high percentage of logs, hollows, rocks and other crevices, which are utilised by this species for foraging and cover. Another possibility could also be that the individuals that were not caught at Haggadorn and Burkett were displaced into the Valmar property due to a higher level of specific competition or even possibly predation risk. When compared to data collected from previous years, the yellow-footed Antechinus was also caught more frequently across the ergon properties than other properties, further enforcing the suggestion that they did prefer habitat that was more frequently logged and burnt. Unfortunately, no statistical significance could be obtained due to the number of implications experienced, the most important of which was the inconsistent sampling of sites throughout previous years, with entire sites such as Ergon West in 2016 and Ergon North in 2015 not being sampled at all. This, of course, had an effect on the statistical significance of our results throughout this study. Overall, although there is a minor trend to suggest that the yellow-footed Antechinus do prefer habitat that's more frequently burnt and logged, due to the insufficient data available, these results are statistically insignificant. Therefore, there is not enough evidence within this study to suggest what kind of effect these burning regimes and logging practices have on the relative abundance of this species, and so more investigation into the matter would be required.